Hi there, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here to participate in an open collab that is hashtag Die Cut With Me Mondays. And if you're not familiar with the collab, it is hosted by Pebbles, and she is from Qualitas Creations. I will, of course, link her channel in my description box below. Please be sure to check out her videos. She has a great channel. She is an amazing crafter and does a lot of really fun videos. I think you'll enjoy what she shares. And I'm happy that she is hosting this fun collab because I don't always get to break out my dies. I have to admit that, I have some dies in my stash that I either have never used or haven't used in a really long time. So this is a great way to kind of do some batch die cutting and then have those die cuts ready for your next project. These are the dies that I broke out for this week. So some little mini flower dies, and I believe they're from KS Craft, but actually I got them on Amazon and I'm not 100% sure, but for these dies, because the sets were small, I did not clip them apart, so I die cut the whole section at one time for both of these, and also these on the back here. Actually, you can still see some paper left that I didn't poke out, but all of these dies cut really beautifully, and they make fun little flowers and leaves. So let's get into it, and I'll show you what I die cut using these dies this week. Before I actually show you the die cuts, I wanted to show you the little cutouts that you get when you use dies like this. And I like to save these because they make great little stencils. And you can actually kind of mask this off with washi or like a mint tape and, just stencil through them. And because they're paper, they're not going to last as long as if you were to use, a harder acetate for your stencils. But they're fine for projects. For actually stenciling these on some little ATCs, they would make like a little abstract design, which I think would be fun. So I just wanted to show you that and give you a little sneak peek at the paper that I used when I did the die cuts. This pink is really one of my favorites, but that's just an idea. Don't always throw these away. Some people actually like to cut around the cutout and then use that part as an embellishment. That's a clever idea too. Like, for example, this little leaf would be pretty either stenciled on a background or even cutting around it and then using it on a project. So sometimes these scraps are just as fun as the actual die cuts. So I thought I would share that before I get into showing you the cutouts. Now here is my tray of actually what I die cut using the papers that you just saw. The real pretty pink and sort of like a salmon and then a lighter pink. Hopefully you can get a good look at all of these die cuts. So when I die cut like this, I do like what I call batch die cutting, where I do a lot of die cutting. So I'll just kind of, have a podcast going in the background, or usually I'll have like Columbo playing in the background, or like some match game shows. And I'm not really paying attention to what's on the TV because I've seen them a million times, but I'm just concentrating on what I'm crafting. And so I like to make a lot all at one time so that I have them in my stash ready for projects. Because I don't know about you, but when I think about actually creating a card or memory decks, I want to have sort of the bits and pieces ready to go, specifically things like this that would be little accents, like these little flowers, but you can see how cute these are when they're cut out. And of course, I got into, after I did a bunch of die cutting, I started sort of layering them up to see how they would look together. And that's what I'll show you next. But, this is just pretty on its own. It would look really nice on a project, maybe as a sun, if you did something in yellow. And then look at how nicely the leaves cut out. And I mean, obviously these are peach color leaves. I didn't separate and do the leaves in, greens, but because I just ran the dyes through all at once and didn't cut the leaves off. But here's another flower. So really fun, different sizes of each, which I like, little tiny ones. And so I thought that they would be really cute with maybe a little rhinestone in the center, or take some stickles and dot the centers. Of course, you could pierce the center and put, a little, maybe head pin through it. It would be really, really cute for a dimensional project. Lots of options with little, flowers of these sizes. So, but I just thought this color palette was really pretty. I like the pink, and then this sort of salmon color, and then the light pink. So those are the three color papers that I use. And yeah, now let me show you some of these layered up. Now here is a look at some that are just layered up. So I just took my art glitter glue and just mixed the colors and layered them up. I thought it was a unique pops of color, and then too, I like the way the different flowers look together. I mean, obviously I could have stayed with all, like, for example, the different sizes of the spike flower, but I, just thought mixing and matching would be a really cute idea too. So, like, for example, this light pink on the fuchsia spike one, I thought was a really interesting, kind of just fun geometrical little embellishments. So let me show you what some look like on a card, for example. So here's an example of a few on a card front. Now there's a lot going on this card, so I don't necessarily think I would add them to this particular card front, but just so you can get an idea of what it looks like with the sentiment, and just how, even just doing a solid black background. This one has some alcohol blending, and then the large, hello die cut, but I just like the way that they look as, kind of good size embellishments for the front of a card. And then you can imagine if you wanted to glitter them up with some Spectrum Noir or some rhinestones, they would be really even cuter embellishments. So that's one. Now here's a little card front that I pre-made. I like to do that and have them ready in the stash. So in this case, I would just add these little embellishments, and then maybe a small sentiment like, thinking of you, or happy birthday, something like that. And yeah, just so you can get an idea of how they look on the front of a card. And here's one more, and again, because this is like a little heart background, it's got a little pink layering piece. I would probably do, a happy anniversary or congratulations. But, there's a lot that you can do with little flower embellishments like this. So just another idea there. So those are the die cuts that I'm sharing for this week. I hope you enjoyed taking a look. Please be sure to follow that hashtag Die Cut With Me Mondays. A big thank you to Pebbles again for hosting this. Please check out her channel, Qualitas Creations. I'm wishing you a wonderful day. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.